Oh, hey, let me guess. You're going to practice more for the new year, right? You're going to get better at improvising, you're going to get better at your scales, or maybe, I got it, you're going to lose weight for the new year, or publish that book you've always been wanting to publish, but are you? Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rod Vester, and this is the best place for musicians who want to develop skills on and off their instrument. Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can see from the title, I'm offering you 10 easy New Year's resolutions. Now, I'll preface this by saying that you don't have to wait until the new year. You can get started right now. Now, before we jump into today's video, I want us to talk about very quickly two words, motivation and discipline. Now, they are similar and they are codependent, but they are also different. So what is motivation? So motivating yourself is great, but motivation really just provides a short-term boost of momentum or energy that can quickly burn up. However, discipline is a learned method of maintaining productivity over time and being able to sustain a clear pathway forward for you to reach your goals. So discipline and motivation are not quite the same. And so I would suggest that we work on habits of discipline and not just motivation, because we're not always motivated to do something. But if we have discipline in this practice of discipline, we can get through the things that we need to get through. All right, so let's jump into tip number one. Continue working on those skills that were exposed as a result of COVID-19. So during this pandemic, many musicians really found out that they lacked a lot of technology skills and did not really know how to maneuver online, whether it was trying to teach a course online and move their course online, or whether it was giving music instruction online to students, and then not really knowing how to even market themselves online as music instructors. So if COVID exposed that growth area for you and for us, there were some things I had to learn as well, moving my courses online. Continue to work on that. You use online resources to improve in those areas that you lack in. You want to practice daily and you want to stay current on trends in technology as well as the language and the lingo within technology. You can also volunteer for technical, business, and marketing projects that may be happening in your community. And you can also subscribe to technical, business, and marketing sites and magazines. And so that's a way you can improve in those areas. Again, don't negate those things that you need to work on that were exposed during 2020. Continue to work on those as we enter into the new year. Tip number two, enjoy and celebrate the little things. So many times we get kind of blinded by our bigger goals, and we're working so hard towards those bigger goals that we forget to celebrate the milestones that we're making and the effort that we are making towards reaching the bigger goals. So celebrate the little things on the way as you are achieving your bigger goals. Every step isn't going to be a home run, so you have to learn how to just, celebrate the little things. Because after all, it's the little things that we do consistently that causes the big changes. Number three, practice positive self-talk. So what are some examples of this? I'm good enough. I can do it. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake. If I try, I'll get there. And I can make it happen. So practice self-talk and make that a regular part of your day. Number four, declutter and become more organized. I know that's easier said than done. But what happens is that decluttering has to be like a regular thing that you do. So at every week thing, you are decluttering whatever that's cluttered, around you in your home or in your office space or whatever it is, in your car too. Some other things to consider is to only keep what you need. So with this, you may have to stay away from bargains. Another thing to do is to eliminate procrastination, make schedules and deadlines, stick to those deadlines. And also try to use one tool to keep everything organized within. Tip number five, take calculated risks. I say calculated because not all risks are created equal. For example, the impact of me jumping 50,000 feet versus me jumping 500 feet will be drastically different, right? So not all risks that you take are going to be equal. And also, by taking calculated risks, you want to make sure that you examine all of the probable outcomes that can occur and what can go wrong, what can go right, what will happen if everything just blew up and what will happen if everything went right. So think through the risk that you take, because again, not all risks are created equal. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're getting value out of this. I appreciate that. That helps my channel too. And also feel free to comment below of some of the goals that you have for the new year. Tip number six, consider your nutrition and make healthier choices. So one thing that I know for sure I'm going to see January 1 when I go to the gym, and you know what it is too. I'm going to see a bunch of new people I have not seen before, signing up for that gym membership with their mask on. That's required. And by February, guess what? I'm not going to see those people anymore, right? So they commit to something, but they don't really see it through. And so I'm not saying that you need to just throw out all the fried foods that you have and just forget potato chips and forget French fries. I'm saying that, we want to make better choices with our foods, fruits, vegetables, and, and baked, boiled versus fried all the time, and kind of all of that, right? And so you don't have to be as strict as I am with eating, but you want to, be healthy. It doesn't make any sense for us to do all this practicing as musicians, but we're not healthy and we're not going to live a long life, right? So, so make healthier choices. All right, let's move on. Tip number 7, move your body more. And so this aligns with tip number 6, that you don't have to get a gym membership. Maybe it's just going out and walking more and just getting more active. So if you're back in the office and there are stairs versus the elevator, maybe take the stairs. And so just get more, get to moving a little bit more in the new year, and create a variety around your movements, right? So maybe it's walking, maybe it's running, maybe it's Zumba, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's boxing, maybe it's kickboxing. Create a variety so that you won't get so bored with what you're doing. Tip number 8, be punctual and be prepared. So use multiple phone alarms if you need to do that. Leave home early or arrive at the computer early. If you are having some type of Zoom meeting or a class that you're teaching online, or whatever it is that you may be doing online, check your video and audio connections 30 minutes prior to the meeting, and then check it again 10 minutes prior to the meeting, just to make sure you are all set. Don't wait until the last minute to learn music. To commit to learning music early. And I know sometimes that we are waiting to receive music from people. So if it's a habit of you receiving music late from your employer, your music director, whomever, with this church or a gig that you're doing, I would say that, it's okay to, privately, talk to the person and request the music early, and just tell them that, you want to present your best self, for the church or for the organization. And so you need time to work on the music. And they should want to set you up for success. So commit to learning music early. Tip number 9, control your spending and save a portion of every paycheck. So one thing you want to do is you want to track your spending. So find out where you're overspending, and just find out in general where kind of where you're spending your money. And if you're overspending, how can you, cut back on that? Also consider setting up separate banking accounts. So you have one exclusively for, your bills and things of that sort, that you have to pay every month. And then you have a savings account or any other account in which there's no debit card attached to, but it's just a non-discretionary account, something that you use just to save money. And also try to live within or below your means. And lastly, change your thinking about what it means to not buy something. So many times I hear musicians say that they feel deprived if they're not able to buy something that they want. And so I would say, don't look at it as deprivation. It's not depriving yourself if you want something and probably can't afford it, but choose not to do it. Just think of it as, not deprivation, but I am choosing to purpose my money for something else. Tip number 10, and thank you so much for sticking around until the end. Do something that you've always wanted to do, if it's healthy and if it does no harm. All right, so whatever you choose to do for the new year, just commit to it and develop discipline around the goals that you want to reach. And you can certainly reach your goals. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do consider doing so. I'll see you next week.